Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs offense will get the first possession of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
And great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He makes the connection. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Trying to get to him. Finds his man. It's Smith. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Mustangs are on the move. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. On the move at the 30. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Maryland. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So BYU's offense will go to work for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways and how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Downfield. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Retzlaff. He's going for the big play. Makes a connection. Touchdown, BYU! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his... Defense better do something different.
After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. He's looking to throw it. Caught close to the marker, it's Smith. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down.
And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself.
And they'll take over.
For the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, SMU, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Bailey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field, gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
And the Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by 7 over Bowling Green. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Retzlaff. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the... They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 30. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Cougars.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They want to run it left here. They knock him down right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back goes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. They'll run the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And that is no good. And the margin remains. And after the miss. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Going up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bailey. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. They'll run it from the gun. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Makes the grab. It's Smith.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Mustangs will keep this drive going.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. It's complete on the right side. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion on the out. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. To the air, it's Retzlaff. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Takes a handoff. It's Martin. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bailey. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Mustangs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Using his legs, it's Martin. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the air, it's Retzlaff. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The running back.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On second down, he'll let it fly. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, this defense takes tons of pride in their pass defense. They've got athletes on the back end that can break on the ball, and they've got hands, too. We've seen them pluck 3 picks already. They almost got another one there.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up, make all the calls, play the run, he can also rush the passer and sack quarterbacks. What a job.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Mustangs will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Way too close to punt, way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll do it himself. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, SMU! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. Got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And he can't escape, and down he goes. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The give to the lone running back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
3rd and inches coming, maybe the biggest play of the game. Surging forward on the sneak. And the Mustangs with the 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Mustangs. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 18 over Appalachian State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's caught. It's Davis. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Green. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. They want to just keep throwing it. He's got his man. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to him. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to pass, it's Retzlaff. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Looking to throw for it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Makes the catch. He's got enough. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The offense coughs it up. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
They call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in the rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down to make sure that's an incompletion.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going up top here late in the game. Intercepted. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter.
The team was showing like good, but the team has been like things and stuff like that.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this is